So I absolutely must comment on impressive brain development in some human beings and stuff. This right here is an absolute masterpiece, and I say this being in earnest and stuff. This is a 20-year-old female here and stuff. Um, she, this is from the website Radiopedia and stuff. And looking at it and stuff, you see a very even proliferation of gray matter and stuff. Theoretically containing knowledge, memories, facts and stuff, um, with a very high amount of white matter and stuff. Um, the white matter to gray matter ratio seems high when you eyeball it and stuff. Um, and I mean, we could talk about um, the so no, we won't talk about that detail and stuff. I was thinking because I was looking at the teeth and stuff, but like um, just the health of this marvel, this thing is just the health of it and stuff. It is retain healthy shape and everything. There's still a good amount of gray matter and stuff. You find like some nice chunks and stuff, and but going to the white matter again, there's a very good amount of it and stuff. The white matter theoretically is a connective tissue that connects different things together, so the brain can weave ideas, facts, and concepts together and stuff. Um, and but yeah, I mean it's obvious that this patient is probably very intelligent, very fast processor for sure. Um, corpus callosum doesn't seem to be enlarged though, which kind of just kind of puts a nail in the coffin for the theory of female brains having a different corpus callosum and stuff. I think that science has kind of overextended physiological differences in male and females, internally speaking, and stuff. Um, like with regards to brain differences here, stuff. This is also some very brainy imagery and stuff. There's very few holes and stuff. This lady was a thinker, for sure. No question about it. Probably a very reasonable person. Anyway, here, okay, so here we have some of the voids here, and so I think, if I'm correct, these are female pattern voids, but I don't want to over speculate, like kind of overclaim and stuff. Um, the eyeballs here, the alignment of the eyeballs is pretty impeccable too. There's little to no cockeye there. Some of the straightest eyes out there, so that's great. Um, the eyes are often an overlooked feature of the brain. They're an outgrowth of the brain. Um, they tell a lot just like they take in a lot of information. Oh, there's a little bit of right hemisphere dominance and stuff if you scroll through it. So in terms of like the development wise and stuff, though that development can be chalked up to either gray or white matter. I'm not seeing a lot of deep sulci, which is weird. I mean, that could just be the nature of this, because we did see very deep sulci in the other ones. Yeah, this is pretty deep. No, this chick had a very. This chick could think very fast. Definitely. This is probably more like a communicator's brain and stuff, or reasonable communicators and stuff. Um, but yeah, I mean, we can look at a few more stuff. Encephalopathy syndrome, um, dermoid cyst, pneumothorax. Not interested in that right now. I mean, yeah, I guess we could take a peek at this too. Um, Oh, okay. So we have some foreign bodies that don't belong there and stuff. Something's just a little off. Something's just a little off about the bone alignment. But let's just look. That's definitely asymmetric. Bilateral rib fractures should show up soon. Rib fractures are tough because the surgery is not easy to get. They usually need surgery to really get it healed right. Hmm.